Was there a conflict when you got going with this canvas?
Oh my God.
She didn't want to trust us on any aspect.
Aside from it not looking like a battle scene, and aside from the problems with the canvas and blah, 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 you drew those hands. Those hands are jacked, and you put that on somebody.
That brings us to this week's elimination tattoo, American Traditional. American Traditional tattoos are known for their bold, solid outlines and limited palette.
20 years ago when I started tattooing, what people consider traditional today was an everyday tattoo for us.
Your tattoo may include any elements you like. However, it must include an eagle and a flag.
Actually, having an eagle and a flag levels the playing field. Now, everybody has to deal with the same subject matter, so you'll be able to see their interpretation of American Traditional.
Let's meet your canvases. All of the canvases this week are military veterans. Thanks for joining us, and thank you very much for your service.
Let's do this, man.
The bulge when I bulge my muscles.
It looks like the eagle's about to fly right now.
We want to see that you can do clean line work, and the American Traditional is perfect for that. It's simple and clean, and your lines are going to stand out.
How does that look?
Oh, yeah.
I think I might go to the side.
Think about going on the side? Once the canvas suggested that he wants to do this on the ribs, I was a little bit worried because that's one of those areas that is iffy. How'd you sit for that first one?
That's fine. I'll be good.
Sure?
Positive.
Now we're under time constraints and I have the pressure of doing lines on the lower rib cage, which is gonna be a pain in the ass.
Where did you come up with the reds on this one here?
It's not a realistic description of the American flag.
Lalo is doing a flag that's anything but an American flag. He is showing that he is not an American.
This is red, right?
Go on.
And ends up red here. I mean, of course, it's not a realistic...
We would have to fold it out.
Yeah, but let me talk. I'll let you talk. Let me talk.
I just want the lines to match up. If you do the flag the way it goes down, which is right, his or this?
I can't get involved in this. If you have a guy who's an American patriot, he wants an American flag. Who knows what Lalo's doing, but it's not an American flag, and it's jacked.
You're the one who has to work with this for the rest of your life.
Yes, I do.
It's up to you.
My canvas's pain tolerance is sinking and sinking really, really fast. And those are words that you really don't want to hear when you're tattooing. Almost there, man. Almost there. I wipe away and that line's got a little bump in it. Flag is the only wonky part that I got. Just hoping that somebody else up worse than I do.
This week, we went old school and had you tattoo an American Traditional design with an eagle and a flag, giving us similar elements to judge. We're testing you online. Ron, step right up.
This is a rough tattoo. Putting that dark color behind the darkness of the eagle just makes mud.
Eagle is black. You don't need to put black in the background of a black eagle.
The flag's just jacked. The way that the area where the stars are bends, no way in hell that wouldn't be stars on the other side. It's the same on both sides. Not a good tattoo, man.
Lalo.
I do a lot of birds, so I was actually afraid that that was gonna affect the way I did the eagle, because maybe I was gonna get too technical.
My favorite eagle out of the bunch.
Well, thank you.
Man, what the with this flag? 5 stars, 7 stripes. It's an impossible twist.
It's not a realistic thing, so...
It's not possible.
You're drawing an American flag. It should resemble it. All these things have strict symbolism. The number of stripes, the order of the stripes.
I can't get over the flag. On a vet, this guy's put his life on the line for this blanket of freedom. I'd have been scared of that guy ripping my throat out.
For this elimination tattoo, we're testing your attention to detail. This week, you must tattoo one of my favorite images, a pinup.
Game time.
Details in pinups are super important because the proportions are so small. It's a very delicate process.
Pinup girls date back to World War II. Early pinup girls wore more clothing, but as the decades passed, the clothing became more seductive and provocative. The pinup can be in any style, but here's the twist. The reference material you use for your design are the pictures you'll take during your photo shoot. Terenzia is your pinup model for this elimination tattoo. You must use the pictures you take during your 30-minute photo shoot as the reference material for your design. If you screw up the pictures, your tattoo doesn't stand a chance. Good luck.
If you're doing a head-to-toe pinup, it all involves intricate detail. Everything has to be just right, from the hair to the toes. If you mess it up in any way, you destroy the pinup.
Where are we getting this? On your calf? Right. Inside of the calf? Okay. And you want a girl playing the piano?
Yeah.
This particular challenge is gonna be difficult for me. The last time I remember doing a pinup was 10 years ago.
I really wanted her in like bow tie, suspenders, like a top hat.
And it's black and gray. It's two elements that I haven't done in a long time. We're gonna have to minimalize a lot. I mean, the girl herself is gonna take 5 hours.
Everybody is anxious to see how Jesse is gonna do with black and gray. All eyes are on Jesse on this one.
It's gonna be tough.
So what'd you think?
I think your it's better than mine. Steve, you think that head's too big?
I feel really good going into pinups. A lot of people up on the face. It looks weird.
Does that look weird?
Yeah, it looks like a carnival ride. So I know I can beat these people.
I haven't done one of these in like 10 years.
I'm glad I see Jesse struggling. If you can't handle it, get out.
Black and gray, man. How you feeling?
Maybe I should've went color. It's my first pinup in 10 years, and I think I need a little more practice. I think even back when I used to do this type of stuff, I would never try to do a face that small.
He's having a really hard time getting the shading.
How are you doing over there?
Good.
Jesse's tattoo is an abomination. It's awful. If you want a real ink master, then Jesse should go home.
This week, we asked you to tattoo a pinup as gorgeous as the real thing, based solely on your photos. We were testing your attention to detail. Jesse, everything you've done has been extremely detailed. And then here's the detailed challenge, and so we don't have it. That's just weird, dude. What happened?
Even back when I used to do pinups, I would never do a pinup this small.
It's a trick. You can still show the detail in whatever size the tattoo would be. Saying that it's too small, I'm not buying it. Her right hand is just another one of the totally jacked hands that we have. You lost it on this.
God damn, this thing looks like it hurts. It is so red and just beat that it looks painful. It looks like you took water and marked out where you were gonna shade and then tried to run shading over the top of it. You should be that guy that can do it all. How can't you do these basics?
This week, we're testing proportion.
Proportion is making sure things are the right size so that it makes sense visually.
There is no better test of proportion than one of my favorite tattoos, a pinup.
I love doing pinups. This is my one chance. This is my one moment. I gotta do this time.
Your canvases this week might look familiar to you. Come on in, guys.
Wow.
Oh no. Holy no way.
I can't believe that we're gonna tattoo these canvases. This is last season's crew.
Welcome back. Kyle and Joshua, you won the Flash Challenge. You have the power to choose your own canvases. Kyle, let's start with you. Who do you pick to tattoo?
Sarah. Sigh of relief. Sarah, she came damn close to winning. She can help me with the design.
Good luck.
Today we're gonna test proportion through our favorite thing, pinups. Pinups always require some manipulation. You have to exaggerate certain things to make an appealing, attractive, beautiful figure with a beautiful face.
What's going on?
How's it look? You want to change something?
Yeah. This is not what I had in mind. The breasts are not where they're supposed to be. The face is just jacked. Boy, I'm freaking out. We had a really nice drawing yesterday. Is there any way you can find that book?
I mean, I can check through the trash.
You all right?
Nah, I don't know. I guess I'm 100% wrong.
I knew she was gonna come in and be bossy and try to take the steering wheel from Kyle. He's definitely You second guessing your choice?
A little bit. I ain't got him, Sarah.
You gonna draw your own tattoo?
I don't give a I'm not getting a tattoo.
Did Cal not watch the second season of Ink Master? We all know Sarah's a control freak. Doesn't he know what he's about to get himself into?
I knew she was gonna do that.
Just gotta make sure the lines are super clean and tight. That's a nice line right there. As much as I thought he was comfortable, he definitely has some nerves and wobbly lines. You don't have to do single pass lines. You just have to make them look like they're single pass.
I feel as though Sarah might be happier with the machine in her own hand.
Balls to the wall. Go in. Get her down.
It's throwing me off my game.
This week, you had to tattoo pinups, using proportion to make them sexy. Kyle.
The smooth gray shading in this is really, really nice, especially in the legs. The part where you drop the ball is that foot that tucks up underneath. It just doesn't look like a foot. It doesn't look like it's in the right spot.
I think it's possible that the foot could bend up a bit more than you might think.
It took me a minute to even know what that was.
If you would have just hid it behind the fabric, that would have just been even better.
This week, we're testing your ability to use finesse.
Finesse in tattooing is your hand movements, your needle depth, your patience with somebody because they might be in too much pain.
As a tattoo artist, you must be able to handle everything from complex tattoos to difficult canvases. The more complex the tattoo or the placement, the more finesse is required to create a masterpiece. There's no better test of finesse than tattooing one of the most difficult parts of the body, the head.
Holy we're doing head tattoos. This sucks.
Your tattoo can be in any style, but it must be on your canvas's head.
It's on their head. You cannot this up.
Tattooing heads presents many challenges that other parts of the body do not. The hard, irregular bone under the skin requires a steady hand. The skin is thinner, finer, and more sensitive.
No one in their right mind gets their head tattooed. That hurts.
Good luck.
Finesse is definitely going to come into play in this particular elimination because head tattoos are painful.
So have you tattooed head before?
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's going to take a lot of bedside manner to be able to keep their clients calm and cool throughout the session and really show us what they have.
So what was your idea? You want a Bond girl?
A bound woman underwater, bound in seaweed. A oyster with a pearl. That's where the seaweed's coming out from.
I would never do a pinup this small. By us trying to incorporate a whole body on the head, that's what's gonna be really tricky. When you like put so much in one piece, it's harder to read than when you step back into something that's more clear. I don't know how to give my canvas everything she wants in such a small tattoo. I'm in trouble. Joey, can you help me out 1 second? Definitely looks way too small, right?
Just a little bit compared to the hand. See how much bigger your foot is than your hand? Tattoo Baby's design is jacked.
What do you think about this hand?
Is that one or two hands?
2 hands.
Shade that one darker
Yeah.
than the other one, so that way it looks like they're separate hands.
I'm not going to have enough time to finish my design. I'm really scared that the judges are gonna rip me apart. I'm very nervous starting this tattoo. The smaller you do detail, the harder it is to pull it off right. You're doing great. Thank you. I'm trying. Everything in my head right now is telling me a small tattoo is not the best way to go. This is gonna send you to the bottom.
She's coming along. So far, so good.
I just gotta deal with what I got and rock this with confidence. I've been trying to show finesse and go very soft in this tattoo, but my canvas is still in a lot of pain. I'm not going to let her tap out.
You've done great. I could not take a 6-hour tattoo on my head, no way.
Today, you had to show your ability to use finesse by tattooing a challenging part of the body, the head. Tattoo Baby. How well do you feel you executed this tattoo?
It was pretty challenging for me. There were certain spots where she was crying, but hopefully I helped her soothe through it.
You used finesse with your canvas.
It was a difficult piece. I like the way you designed her where she's bound and her legs are up. Only thing I'm having trouble with is that line that looks like it's a part of her butt cheek, and then the line going down, it looks like the back of her leg. If I look at a tattoo and I have to figure out what's going on, that's not a successful tattoo.
One of the reoccurring issues with your tattoos is line work. Look at those hands. Look at the lines in the seaweed. Nobody else did line work this. Nobody.
It's not a bad tattoo. I do feel that you have probably more consistency in your line weight than potentially Joey for me beating up Joey's outline. However, you look like you're covering up inconsistencies just by the approach of the shading that you took, trying to pack areas with this blue that's inconsistent. That is a hard, hard, hard color to make look great. You took a beautiful structure and you muddied it up.
In just a few moments, hundreds of canvases will flood this hall, and they will all want tattoos. Today, you must tattoo convention style.
At a convention, hundreds and hundreds of people will come in and they want tattoos, and they don't want to wait, they want it now. It's very, very daunting.
You have 6 hours to tattoo as many canvases as possible with the design of their choice. You'll be judged not only on how many tattoos you do, but also on the quality of your tattoos.
This is a great way to put people under the gun right off the bat. Competition is on from the second you walk in.
Just like at a convention, you must be able to work quickly under pressure to survive in this competition. Based on your work, the judges will decide who deserves a shop and who doesn't. It's earn your shop or go home.
Oh my God. A lot of the great tattooers in the industry have based their careers on being in convention halls. It's one of those things that you have to do to stay relevant in the business.
All right, how you doing? I'm Ruck. All right, what are you looking to give?
There's a lot of people here.
You doing a poison girl?
Yeah, with no reference. That's fun.
Convention style.
Yeah, what's up?
Pressure in a convention is huge. You have mass crowds, you have noise, there are no amenities.
You have to kind of bootleg an arm rest, so.
You're completely out of your comfort zone, so the pressure's on.
All right, artists, time to critique your work. King Ruck.
The outline on the skull is pretty well jacked up, and the same with the rose.
But I gave it my best.
You didn't give her your best. Look at that rose. That's not your best.
All right, Sarah, welcome back. This week, you're calling the shots. What is the next elimination tattoo?
Today, we will be tattooing a surrealistic female.
A what?
Surrealism is the juxtaposition between dreams and reality. You can include any surrealistic elements to distort or warp portions of the face.
What the are all these big words they're using?
75% of the face has to show.
Sarah, why did you choose this as your elimination tattoo?
The female face is one of the most difficult portraits. You have to have perfect blends, perfect saturation, and precision.
Of course she's gonna choose something like this, because it's only her that understands what she's talking about.
Composition is everything in this tattoo because taking two things and constructing them together is gonna create a lot of flow and a lot of movement on the canvas's body if you do it right.
I already messed up one challenge. I'm not gonna mess up this one. My canvas originally wanted a full-length mermaid, but I was able to tuck her into a very beautiful face with pearls and a headband. Any tattoo on a thigh has to be pretty big, and this is difficult skin.
A sausage.
Look at that. Triggerfish, right?
It's not.
No?
I don't think it's a triggerfish. I want to say it's a butterfly fish, but...
Okay, because I'm usually right.
Maddie's trying to slow me down in this competition. I mean, who are you kidding? It's a really tough crowd, and you have to fight.
Put your guard down.
This should prove to Maddie that I'm no one to mess with and that I'm a better tattoo artist than he is.
Today, Sarah challenged you to show composition by tattooing a surrealistic female. Sausage.
She's got a beautiful face. I just don't think your blacks are really rich enough to make this thing have a lot of heavy contrast. The bubbles are jacked up. They're all out of wonk. The outlines are jagged.
They weren't supposed to be perfect circles, though. I mean, it's like just the idea that they're just kind of you know.
They look pretty beat.
For this elimination tattoo, you must tattoo a classic symbol of the passage of time, an hourglass. Your canvases today want meaningful images incorporated into their hourglass tattoos. You must use detail to make these images work within the body of the hourglass.
Detail is so difficult on an hourglass tattoo. You need to make the glass look shiny. You need to make the sand look like it's grainy. That takes teeny tiny little textures. So much can go wrong.
You're annoyed you got me, I know you are.
It is a hard area to tattoo. I'm gonna need to see where we're gonna be tattooing.
Just pull them down?
Yeah, basically.
Sorry.
If I don't get my canvas to change their mind, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Honestly, dude, you have a lot of space right here.
Yeah.
Dude. It would look really cool right here, dude. And I don't know if you've ever talked to anybody that's gotten their ass tattooed, but it's a painful area to get tattooed.
Yeah, I'm sure. They all are.
Not as much as the ass.
Well, yeah, I have the back of my thigh. I have my whole head done, and that sucked. That's why I figured my ass can't really be worse than my head.
I can't believe this is happening. He's stuck on getting his ass tattooed. Everything that I hoped that didn't happen happened. Doing a new school tattoo on a guy's ass.
I feel bad for you not feeling good, man. It sucks.
And on top of it, I'm sick as I'm spending more than an hour blowing my nose, sanitizing my hands, changing gloves, and it's everything up with my tattoo.
Today, you had to tattoo a detailed hourglass. Team Peck, you assigned the canvases. Let's see how you did. Eric.
This one shows a lot of struggle from you.
I can see how you tried to warp, the hourglass, but when you warp, you still gotta be symmetrical with like the lines and at the top of the hourglass. It's just a little bit too warped in different places.
I know there's a lot of issues with this tattoo.
It's definitely a struggle, bro.
I hate tattooing when I'm sick. Spent about an hour changing gloves, and that really killed my time with this.
It's not like you were off to a great start and then lost it in the end. This thing is jacked from the get-go. The drawing, the layout, the placement, the shape, the composition, this thing is rough and it's beat.
It just doesn't look like you.
It's not. When you feel like there's no days off here.
100% unfinished tattoo.
There's no better test of composition than tattooing a color realistic battle.
A color realistic battle? There's no way you can do all that in 6 hours.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be a freaking show.
Whether it's one-on-one combat scenes or ships at war, your battle scene must have clear composition so it's easy to tell what's happening. For this tattoo, once again, you'll be collaborating with your teammate.
More than one battle to be fought today.
I'm ready.
All right, good luck.
What's up, buddy? DJ, nice to meet you.
This elimination tattoo is a real curveball. It's color realistic battle scenes. And the key word of the day is composition. All the elements of your tattoo have to be placed in a believable manner to give this tattoo the realistic feel we're looking for.
What is it exactly that you were looking to get again?
Warrior princess fighting a dark warrior. But we need to add an element that he's getting the kicked out of him.
Right.
I want a look on her face that's just badass. She's standing over him. She's got her sword sort of resting on him. Gowns can't look perfect. I want blood. I want holes.
We thought we had the best canvas. She said one thing in the lineup, and now she's telling us a million different things that she wants.
We're working with 6 hours. This is easily a 25-hour tattoo.
Yeah. There are just elements that I'm not willing to compromise on.
If she's not willing to work with us, then this whole thing's gonna turn into a show. But this is kind of what we're thinking.
It's beautiful.
Cool, yay, awesome.
There's many different elements that are occurring at once. There's movement, you have flesh, you have cloth, there's a foreground, and you have a background. And that all takes composition to execute.
I thought you said you wanted to soften up the top. It's pretty soft as it is. I want the top to look a little more even with the bottom.
The only battle in this situation is our canvas battling with us.
I'm just not seeing your background, and I'm not picturing it on the tattoo, and I'm worried that it's gonna not look good.
Yeah, but as artists, we like to give you something that we see as well as a collaboration together.
But it's my tattoo, so give me a minute.
Okay. Now I'm in freaking panic mode.
Let's go. We're trying to give her best tattoo, and she's second-guessing everything we're doing.
This is crazy.
Welcome back.
So I want you to do what you want to do with the dress.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna do the background.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of this comes down to this girl not being able to sit for a 6-hour tattoo. Jess, do you want me to get in or you go?
I think you tattoo a little more gently.
No worries.
You're good.
Yeah, that's fine.
This girl's insane.
Absolutely.
Today, you had to create battle scenes with clear composition, pins and needles. Was there a conflict when you got going with this canvas?
Oh my God.
She didn't want to trust us on any aspect.
Aside from it not looking like a battle scene, and aside from the problems with the canvas and blah, 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 you drew those hands. Those hands are jacked. And you put that on somebody.
I would have quit too. You win your client over in the beginning, and you make them shut up by impressing them with a beautiful drawing. Your art speaks louder than anything. Artwork, first and foremost. That's how you get the title.